Well, creating the most magical projects for Christmas with the gorgeous sparkle, the warm glow, of course, of crafts too. And you will be able to create all that, well, because we have got the expert, the talented and inspirational, of course, John Lockers here in the building for 2 hours. And of course, all about the demos. Now, that is going to be well, I'm so looking forward. John, how are you?
I'm good. Sorry, I'm giggling because you're too nice. You're too
I'm
kind.
not too nice.
You
You know that I'm very truthful. And
Yes.
it's funny because the other day I was after the show, I went back to you and it's like, you know, I'm not being nice. I'm actually mean every single word.
You did actually, yeah, and it was very true. So thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I learn a lot, and also I kind of, for me, the way that you see products, crafts, you know, inspiration, but also you explain everything so well.
I genuinely believe, and thank you, but I genuinely believe that if you've bought a product,
Yes.
or if you're buying a product or thinking of buying a product, you need to know it's not a one-trick pony.
Yes.
What are all the different things I can do with it? Has it earned my money?
Yes.
Has the product earned my money? Because I've earned my money.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, you know, and sat at home, you know, I've had to work to earn the money I've got. So is that product earning the money from me? And that's what I love about doing these 2-hour shows once a month, is because we actually asked for these. The craft store didn't actually say, John, would you do a 2-hour show? I actually turned around and said, can I do a 2-hour show once a month where I can go a little bit more in depth into products and explain them to people and make myself feel better? That, you know, sometimes that I've said, this is brilliant and the best thing since sliced bread, and I get 5 minutes to show you. This is a chance for me to show you all the different things you can do and say, it earned a place in my craft cave.
Yeah.
I hope it earns a place in yours, and if it has, this is our chance to show you what to do.
That's the thing. This is already very busy because it is a fabulous bundle, and this is a shaker card set. Now, there's so many techniques you can do, and of course, shaker cards, it will be the perfect thing to do, and for Christmas is ideal. We are going to have so many demos by John, all about techniques, all about how to use them. So let's break it down, what you're getting. Oh, and before we get into details, once it's gone, it's gone. So make sure that you grab it and check out your baskets. Now, you are getting 5 of the icing superfine glitters. Now, they are brand new colors and they have got that iridescent nature to them. John, we were talking about the gorgeous nature of these glitters, because it's not just a sparkle, it is more than that, isn't it?
It is more than that. What you've got is, because we've done these before, and again, all the techniques I'm doing, you'll be able to do with them. But what you've got here is you've got the superfine glitter, which is like, I call it, it's like a silk, to be honest. Yeah. So the glitter is that smooth that when you touch it, it feels like nothing. It's not gritty, like puts me off. But the difference with these 5 is, and this Christmas kit is, what they've done is they've added basically interference into it. So if you can see, if I shake that, can you see there where you're getting like the Aurora Borealis from it? Yeah. But the clever thing is, they've added the same interference into each colour. Right. Now, I know when we were talking, you said to me, right, so that one's interference, clear, and the silver one, you said that's holographic. Yeah. No, it's the same interference. Wow. Because the glitter is so super fine, genuinely, literally, it's like ice. You can see it blowing. It's like icing sugar. Yeah. They've added the same interference in. So the fact on here you're seeing so many different colours is because that's reflected from the silver. But look, I mean, I know I'm being bad, but it's because I love these. Look at the gold.
Look at that. Look, oh. And
so
you know,
again, you've got in the gold for some reason you're seeing reds and greens. You see, you're seeing reds and greens in the gold.
Christmas inside it.
Yeah, it is. It's like Christmas in thing. And I was saying, these are what's left from a 60ml pouch. Wow. After I've done all my samples and demos.
Right. So if I'm not mistaken, a lot of glitters come in, say, 10, so like 20 mil,
20,
10.
the highest I've found of the silk
Yeah.
glitters of this sort of quality are the 20 mil pots.
Yeah.
And I checked this morning,
Yes, you did.
and the retail price of it was £4, was £3.99 for the 20 mil pot.
So
That was the cheapest I could
so
find.
well, say let's say £4 or what pound, a penny short of £4 times, you are getting 5. We are talking about £20.
Well, no, because there's 3 pots in each of these. These are 60 mil. So
Wow!
there's
Sorry.
So you times your £4 by
Yeah.
3. That's how much is in each one of these pouches. What I say.
So
if you
so
get
yes-
out your pots of glitter, they don't fill these Killam jars from
Yeah.
that famous Swedish shop like this. And this is after I've demoed. I didn't have
Wow.
2 sets of these,
Right.
to be honest. So,
Sorry, my maths are
yeah,
horrendous.
you're talking basically
Yeah. If it was-
£12 per pouch, and you've got 5 pouches.
Well, you do the maths. I'm not clever enough to do those maths. Thank goodness that John is here. He can do the demos and do the maths as well. Now, very busy. We are approaching 20%. Now, I mentioned this is the kit that is, once it's gone, it's gone. So make sure this is going to be the start of the show of John's demos. Then we are getting the artificial snow. Can I say, is one of my favorites. You're getting 100 grams of these. Well, that was going to last you a long time. I love it because it's super light, but it's super textured, but it's also easy to use. How many pouches you have got in there?
Oh, this is less than 1. This is what's
No.
left from 1.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a full one.
I thought it was like 2.
Oh, no. I've never believed in that. I don't like decanting more than 1 into a box because it's a bit of a twizz to
yeah,
me.
that's true, actually, yeah.
This is what's left of 1 pot, 1 bag. And it's actually made of plastic, but it's what they use. I know we've brought it onto you before, but never in this configuration. This is what they use in films,
Yeah.
in TV and in shop windows to fake snow.
Look at that.
And it's actually made of it's almost like chewed up recycled plastic.
Yeah.
So there's no weight, which is
You're
really
right.
important with card making. Because again,
It's
every 100
wonderful.
grams adds
Yeah.
another £2 onto the cost of posting.
So
but there's so much. But look again how light it is.
It looks
I don't
like
think you can
a
see this.
snow.
It's blowing off onto my desk. It is literally that light just from the aircon.
No, that is phenomenal. Now, a quarter of the stock has gone. Please make sure that once it's gone, it's gone. We just double check. We have got 2 hours. Well, I mean, I know John will have something else, but now, then we have got 2,500 gems over that, and I love that you are getting them in different sizes. You have got the storage compartment, and you're also getting the clear and the Aurora Borealis, the
Yeah,
AV.
so you've got clear in here and you've got the AB, which is the interference ones. And I love the little way the clever wheel's done, because basically that means none come out.
Yeah.
And then each one of these pouches is a different size, working its way up.
So that's
2,
fabulous.
3,
And then
4, 5 mil. I think not even 10
Yeah.
mil. I think it's 5 mils, perhaps
Yeah.
the biggest. All the way to the Aurora Borealis. Then we go to the clear,
And
and
then
again
we
you go down from the larger
And
all
then
the way
yeah.
to the tiny
Yeah.
ones at the bottom. It's actually got. Oh, well done, John. Good job. I'm using some in my first demo in the shaker card.
Yeah.
But don't ever do that. But it's actually got, at the bottom, this seems weird. Let me spin this round properly.
By the way,
It's actually got a finger hole in the bottom. There we go.
Oh, there it is.
So you can actually turn it easy. It's not as difficult as I'm making it look.
Yeah.
You actually grab it there, and that means it's easy to turn. But again, and what we've also done is we've included the jewel pickers.
Right. Which I was going to ask you, sir, because jewels are so difficult to get into the project unless you have got the dedicated tools. So
They are,
there
and
it
the thing is, you know, I've found over time you can get, you know, the ones that you wash and you clean, and you can wash these, but this is almost like a wax.
Yeah.
So over time, if you like me, they get squashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they get dirty, which is why we've made them so that, which is why we've included these in there, because so that you've got, but look, watch. It just picks it up so easily, and when you put glue down, which I will show you in the demos, it sticks straight to the glue,
Right.
because this isn't sticky. It's almost resistant. You know, look, it doesn't stick to my hand, but it sticks to the gem. But it's almost like wax.
Yeah,
It's really,
it's just really
it's
clever.
really clever, and of course you can mould it to be, for the really tiny ones, you mould it to a really tight point.
That is Wow, amazing. And you're getting two
And
of
you get
them,
two,
which
yeah.
I love because, well, we know we need one to have. Okay, this is the first time, I think, on air that I have been, well, I've been speechless. I have been speechless before, but absolutely speechless in my 3 languages. But speechless also because I was like, no, surely cannot be. Now we are 40% of the stock, and remember, this is why I couldn't believe it, because it jumped from a quarter of the stock to 40% of the stock. And remember, once it's gone, it's gone. It is absolutely phenomenal. I love that it's the embellishments. I love that you have got the glitter, the sparkle, the tools. 029 594 is your item number. £19.99. I would say Crafts 2 deliver amazing prices as well. And now we have got 2 happy hours. Now you already have found them. 20% of the stamps has already gone. And here you have them. Now, of course, you have the amazing deck the holes and the snowflakes. You are getting 35 stamps in total. John, I adore them.
I love these. I really do. Again, these are ones, I know I feel like I keep saying it and I keep talking about the Narnia of a warehouse.
Yeah.
And one day, Paola, you will come down and see it.
Yes, I need to, when it's safe.
See the Escher painting.
Yeah.
And it is. I thought we'd sold out of these. I love these. The sentiments are based on songs. So in the snowflakes, you've got Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Oh, I love that.
You've got Deck the Halls and Blessings of the Season and May Your days be merry and bright.
Which is, I love that.
Yeah, in this Victorian script. And then you've got all holly in there. And again, it's the same holly that I use, so it matches in with my holly dies and stamps I've done previously.
Yes.
And the snowflakes, again, similar idea, snowflakes. And in there, you've got Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas and Tidings of Comfort and Joy.
Which are amazing sentiments, not only for the front, but also for the inside of the card.
They are, yeah, because I never know what to write on the inside of the card.
Exactly, John.
Oh, have a great... Oh, my... Yeah.
Well, and also Christmas cards. We want to make sure that we send them, like we are quick and easy to send as well. Now, once they're gone, it's gone, so we are approaching half the stock. It is a very, very, very busy shop. Please do check out your baskets. Now, we have got another happy hour. Well, you're saving £10 as well, better than half price because you are just paying £9.99 for those stamps. Now, 10% of the stock of the embossing folders has already gone, so you are getting 4 of them. Let's have a look at the first one. Love that you're getting Santa, the presents, and of course you have got the stag. Love that. And then you are getting, of course, is it an A5 or 5x7?
This is 5x7.
Okay.
No, I think it's actually A5.
It's A5 because
they
that's
are massive folders.
Yeah.
They really are. This is beautiful, and you'll find that if you've got Penny's Bauble, or you've watched my video on YouTube showing you how to make Penny's Bauble card, this is the folder I use because it fits exactly in that open space between 2 snowflakes in the centre.
I love this. I love the kind of... Also this with the special, with those sparkly gems. That would be perfect.
Put on each little dot. That would be beautiful,
That would be so beautiful. And then, of course, you have got the placement. Now, of course, we have got the pine trees, the pine cones in here as well. And then finally, the trees, the funky trees in there. So you are getting all 4 of them, 3 A5 and that one in here that you can see. All 4 of them for £9.99. Almost half price because you are saving £9. 806 329. Remember, this is a happy hour, so make sure to check out your baskets. Now, you are also shopping ahead for something that I strongly recommend. This is the Crafts 2 A5 extra thick acetate sheets. This is not 0.25 micron. It's something that I have been using for a long time, for years and years, and I strongly recommend as well. Now, John informs me that will work as well with a Kaleido, right? This one?
No, this isn't the Kaleido.
Sorry, not the
one.
Kaleido. This is for the box that
This is for your box. This is for your shaker cards.
Yes, shaker.
I mean, you can try it with the Kaleido because it's made by the same manufacturer. But what we've done with this is we've made this. This has been a lot thicker.
Right.
Because what we tend to find is if you use certainly very thin acetate, what actually happens is, as you'll know, the way that I tend to do my shaker cards, they leak.
Yes.
And they can expand and things like this. This won't. This will stay very, very stable.
But you still can fold it. You can still do things.
You can fold this. This is not one you would die cut.
Yeah, okay.
But this is one that you can fold and it will keep. If you put a fold line in it, this is probably the difference. So without even scoring, it will stay there. Absolute crisp.
Because you know, like I love acetate cards, like floating cards, and I did make lots during my ODS the other week.
If you want a floating card, this is what you need.
This is what perfect.
Not your standard acetate, because it flows.
It flows. 9.99 is of course the price for 20 of them. 000447 is your item number. And we also have got our shaker card kits. Here you can see, of course, this is the start of the show, and half the stock has already gone. And we are not even, well, we are just 15 minutes in on the first hour, and once it's gone, it's gone. So make sure to check out your baskets. 029594 is your item number. Now, this is a double-header show. It's all about the demos. So let's head to Mr. Lockers himself.
Hello.
Right, so what are you going to show us
Right,
then?
what I'm going to show you is I actually started this card on Friday on the limited edition show.
Right.
So this is using the limited edition dies. And I did say that because I was doing shaker cards and I had the products today, I would finish it because I'm using the box, which we have got on the show as well again, because this is the first and, to me, one of the easiest ways to make a shaker card if you've never done it before, and to make sure it works and it doesn't leak. And so I'd already put the box together, and if I grab a piece, I can show you roughly why. And the reason is, with the box, what you've got is the die cuts this out and does all of the folds, but if you see here, it has little tabs.
Yeah.
And those little tabs are what make all the difference, because if those two just go together like that without a tab in that corner, it leaks out.
Yeah.
So the tab is there to stop it. So once that is sealed, that is sealed.
It's properly
and of course it won't leak.
So you're protecting it not 3 times that corner, because you have got 2 overlapping plus that
2 overlapping
flap.
plus the flaps. You're protecting that corner in both places so that nothing can leak out. So I'd already done that and cut into it. And again, you watch on Rewind, or we will, I think, probably put it on our YouTube channel. We usually do the shows. You'll see how I made this one and used the limited edition. I'm not sure if the limited edition sold out. If not, it might be on the website. But so what I can do now is I can fill this. And this is the other thing, is traditionally shaker cards, we would use glitter. Okay. So we would use glitter in a shaker card, or we would use something like microbeads or sequins.
Of course.
Yeah. The problem is that, can you imagine this size of box? It's actually ½ an inch thick.
Right, yeah.
How much it will take?
Yeah, a lot.
It's going to cost you an awful lot to fill it. And this is one of the reasons why, just on its own, I love the snow. Because this is like bulking it out. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take the inside that I've already got ready, and I'm going to add just a little bit. I remembered it this time.
Well, if not, I have it in this.
I haven't had to borrow yours. Bless her, Charmaine said, I'll give you that spray glue back. I said, it's okay, I bought some more.
This also speaks about the good relationships between different companies, different demonstrators. Charmaine, if you're watching, big hugs to you.
But you can, so I've put the middle in. Okay.
Oh, I love that.
So this is the limited edition, but obviously I want to put more into that, but I don't want to waste it. So what I do is I use the snow to start with, and all you do is pop your box open, and literally, because this is, if I say so cheap, I don't mean that the way it sounds.
No, it's so, you get so much value for your money.
You do, if you look, I've put 3 of this tub
Which is a big, small tub, if you know what I mean.
But look. Give it a shake. You can't tell I've had any out of that.
And it's funny because, John, when we say 100 grams, the thing's, well, 100 grams. 100 grams is the weight. If you have got something super light, actually 100 grams is a lot of it.
That's 100 grams. But you would normally expect 100 grams to be a little tiny bag because of the amount. So there's so much in there. So I've got my snow in there, lovely, and it builds up. But what I can also do is now, this is where I would add my glitter. Right. So I can turn that from being just a nice sort of snowy scene. So we grab my little spoon. Honestly, normally it's into the second hour that I lose things. Okay. Well, I'm actually using one of my kitchen spoons. Right. If you use it for crafts, it's just for crafts? This is a craft. So this is 5 mil. Right. And then you can measure exactly how much you put. So I can measure exactly how much I'm getting. Yeah. So then I can shake that in.
I love that.
But suddenly, and then what I'm going to do is, I've got all these silver gems as well, haven't I?
Yeah.
Could you imagine how much it would cost to fill the box with those?
Oh my God. Yeah, because...
So I've got some that fell out. So they're going in.
And you can, because you are getting... And I love that the fact that even the back, they are pretty, because some of, for instance, the rhinestones that you put in, that they have got adhesive backing, you couldn't do that.
You couldn't do that, no, because they have that... if I say ugly back, I don't mean it out, but they have.
You know, they have got the hot glue that you kind of activates with heat, which is perfect for, you know, fabric, but not for this project.
No, not at all. So here we go. So you must make sure that you take, that you're gluing the tabs down. I'm using power tape because it's the strongest thing I've ever come across. You can use a wet glue, or you can use a red line tape if you must, but please don't use finger lift tape, whatever you're doing, because it will not. And then I'm going to seal the box and then push that down. What we do is we mix it. So then you've got
the box there. All right.
Look at that. The incandescence of that's not the camera.
No.
That's actually not showing anywhere near as much.
No, he's not digging at Marcus.
No, he's not that good with effects. But it's done. So all I would do then is, and I do think it's important to kind of finish it. So I just need to make sure that's sealed properly. But one of the ways we do that is just grab, again, I'm using a little bit of power tape, just to be sure, seal over there.
Okay. Oh, the flap.
So make sure you seal over the flap, because you don't want that to go down. And I'm just going to, I'd probably do 4 of it at home. But this is the other thing, is when you do something like this or a box, the first thing you're going to think, if you make it as a shaker card, you're going to think, right, well, that's going to be a small packet, isn't it? That's going to cost me, what is it now, something like £4.
Oh, don't ask me.
It's a crazy amount. This isn't. I made sure that this was thin enough to stay as a large letter.
Really? I didn't know that.
So this is a lot. You've got basically 2.5 centimetres. You've got 254 millimetres, 1 inch is your large letter. And the box is half the size. So there we've got your finished luxurious, and see how the snow and the glitter start to stick onto the snowflake at the back.
That is so amazing. Now, I have got here, because you have made it live on air, I have got a black jumper, which, you know, you can, I'm going to rotate it like this. And this is very risky, isn't it? But there is no glitter. There is absolutely no glitter there. This is why I think that you should go for the cards. Of course, here you can see how it creates the box light, because that is something that I was testing while John was doing that. I was like, you know what, I want to do the test myself, because I know as a crafter, maybe at home you're thinking, well, you know, I really want a proper test. Like, I want to see, make sure. Look at my jumper. There is no glitter there. It would show if it did. Now, if you want your die, £19.99, fabulous price for a set of 3 dies that you are getting in there. 157890 is your item number. Now, of course, this is one of the cards that you can create, which is a similar variation of John's. And if you want the icing, superfine glitters, the snow and the clear gems with the 2 jewel pickers, I mean, we are talking about that basically £19.99. For the amount of glitter, superfine glitter, you probably would get just 2 of these pouches, or 2.5 of that, because they each contain 60 ml. Which is 3 times more than the same quality of other brands into those pots. So imagine getting 5 of them, 5 beautiful brand new colors, plus you are getting the snow, plus you are getting the gems, like over 2,000 you know, gems in there with the ivy coating and the clear ones, which means that you can color them different sizes as well. And of course, you have got the jewel pickup tool as well in there. Now half the stock has gone, over half the stock now has gone. It's going very quickly, and once they are gone, they are gone. We still have got 1 hour and a half, but you know what? I'm absolutely absolutely confident that John will have something up his sleeves in terms of demonstrations and different, because he always can. He's a proper crafter. He always knows what to do with beautiful dolls, especially if he has designed them himself. 029 594 is your item number. £19.99 is your price. Now, another product that you know what, is something that you may want texture instead of a sparkle. You may want a little bit of something else that gives you the same techniques that glitter will give you without necessarily that super kind of attention-seeking sparkling, because sometimes we want to be a little bit more subdued. This is the pollen, but also, of course, as the name indicates, it's for flower centers, John.
It is. It's pollen designed for flower centers. It's actually made out of sand.
Wow.
And we have it made for us. It's got different colours and different sizes of texture of sand in each colour. Wow. And this is what I did on my Craft Cave. I am going to demo this one, probably in the second hour.
Fabulous.
Because this is so... Anybody can make this, genuinely. But it works as your flower centres. It gives you a far more realistic look because it has the little beads like you'd have in pollen. But it works so well on its own to give you texture. And I think backgrounds are some place that we really, really struggle.
It is,
and again, this one, where I've mixed it in with the snowflakes in different colours. But if you're not good with inky backgrounds, that looks like a really complex inky background. That takes less than 5 minutes to make.
Wow. And you know what, because I'm, you know, thinking glitter, instead of glitter using this, yes, you can do it, but you need the right material, and which is this. And of course, you're getting 6 pots of 50 ml each. I love the elegance of this one. I kind of open it here, so there's an instruction. So let's see what... Oh.
But that's with the pollen. Look at that beautiful texture. And I love the way that the colours sort of fade into each one. It's using the waste from the corners, snowflake corner dies from my new Christmas.
I love this.
But it's so much texture on it. Again, and if you're not great at inking, but it is something different on its own.
It is. I think, let's be honest, glitters sometimes, we don't want the sparkle, but we want the techniques that you can achieve with the microfine elements in there. Let's have a open in the pot, because then you can have an idea of what you are getting. Look at that. It's just phenomenal. The beautiful colors. Love this kind of lilac. So you are getting Christmas green. You are getting the gray, so is that one. You are getting baby blue, which must be this one. Then ultramarine, azure blue, and lavender. So that would be lavender. That probably is azure blue. And then we have them there. All 6 of them. You don't have to choose. Of course, £14.99 is your price. And you have them there. 648376 is your item number. Now, of course, that is one of the items. But we have got also happy hours. Happy hours means that the price, that saving of £10, it will disappear at the end of the hour. So make sure to check out your baskets. We are 80% of the stock is gone. So once it's gone, so make sure to check out your baskets. It's better than half price. 794433 is your item number. Do check out your baskets for them. Then we have another happy hour. Let me grab it, because I've put some samples behind it. It does happen. Sometimes you try to show all the samples and then you put something underneath it that you shouldn't have. Now, of course, the Crafts 2 embossing folders, we have got 4 of them. One of them, I think this one is 5x7. Don't quote me on the sizes. Let me see if but I think that's around the size. Yeah, I think that's maybe 6 inches by 4. I don't know. But then you have in here 3 of the A5. Let's have a look at the designs. I love this. If we come closer, you can see there's little, points in there as well. So you can put them there, and you can see that we have also the pine cones and, of course, the pine needles there. And then finally, we have got the funky trees. 20% of the stock has gone. So if you want the embossing folders, you have got a £9 saving, which makes them almost a half price. £9.99 is what you're paying. 806329 is your item number. Now, if you have got any questions, of course, for John, email us in at studio@thecraftstore.com or post them on the Craft Store Facebook page. Give us a like there as well. We run competitions, so it's always good to do that. And don't forget to check out your baskets for everything. We are extraordinarily busy. John, you are ready for the next demo.
Yes, so what I'm going to do now, so I showed you how to make a shaker card using a box, and sometimes that's the easiest way to start. But the next way is a way that I've used for years, to be honest, and it makes a sort of faux shaker card. It's a bit of a cheat, but I find this a lot easier. But I want to show you the difference in the acetate first. This is the acetate that comes in that we're doing with this chain.
Yeah.
This is the Kaleido acetate.
Okay, right.
So even
the
if I
difference,
let go of holding that, can you see that's the difference in weight? And so for a shaker card, that will work. But obviously that's a lot thinner and it's a lot harder to deal with.
Yeah, and also, am I right thinking that if you are posting something through the post, it can get more indented?
It can get indented, that one, whereas this one is very hard to mark. So the other thing I like about this is it's actually really easy to cut with a guillotine, which sometimes, to be fair,
thick acetate is...
Normal acetate is an absolute nightmare to guillotine cut, because again, it's done at a thicker weight. Yeah. So all I've done is I've taken 2 pieces and I've cut them to 5 inches square.
And would you keep the slithers to create like a full, you know, like those acetate?
I would use them they're perfect for putting like snowflakes on to dip over. Or also for smaller panels, I would actually make a smaller version with that piece folded in half and slot it into places, because the thing with doing it this way is what you actually find is, and I'm just going to grab a piece of, actually if I use a piece of the grid line paper because it's hard to see.
Is that from the Press to Impress?
This is from the Press to Impress
accessory.
Accessories. So what I'm going to do is this way I can see it a lot better. But doing this way, what you can actually do is you can make all of your shaker card or shaker elements before you make your cards up. Right. So you can actually, if you want to, you can have a kind of glittery, messy morning, clean down, and then make the cards up themselves. But also with the little scraps, I'll make one with the scraps as well, because that's great for dropping into cards because it's really light. So where's that piece gone that I've got left? Here we go. So let's see what this is. This is why I love working with you, Paola. Because you suggest ideas and things, which is really useful. So here we go. So I'm not going to waste this little piece, but I do find it's less wasteful somehow for shaker cards to have A5 than A4. So all I'm doing is I'm taking a piece of acetate and I'm putting foam tape all the way around, making sure that there's no gaps. We'll do the same with this smaller piece, because this can be, actually I think I know how I can use this one. So all I'm going to do is take the same again. I'm terror, I go through so much of this. Now I'm using 2mm tape. Right.
So that's the thickness, not the width, right?
That's the thickness. It's 10mm thick. Or 10mm wide and 2mm thick. And I find that's enough, because if I start to go too deep, it takes more product.
That's true, that's a very good point.
And it also ends up costing a little bit. So any little bits that are left over at home, I put them on my top or my T-shirt to use later. Here I pop them under the table.
And then we forget.
No, have you actually looked under here yet?
I haven't.
Honestly, there's actually a whole sheet of something I've stuck down at some point here. There is, I always get this set, so literally if you run your hand under it, it really is all the way.
Well,
bits of tape and everything.
I'm going to check all the counters, like, John has been here.
It's literally only this one.
This is true.
So what I'm going to do this time is, this time I can use a little bit more glitter, but I'm going to use my spoon again, once I find it, obviously, because I've put it somewhere daft. But this is the crazy thing. Remember I said this is a 5mm spoon? Well, I've already had all my samples made, and now I've taken 10mm out of there. Well, look.
Look.
So far I've used half a pot of the normal 20mm.
It's almost like there are rabbits there creating glitter.
Adding more into it or something. So this time, put the glitter down. I'm going to take some of the smaller gems. So I'm just going to move those around, and we'll just take a few of those out. Again, add it in. And I'll do the same. So the smaller one, I'm only going to add, let's say 2mm into it. I love having enough product not to have to worry about running. Because I have, and I've said this so many times, I have FORO. You know, people have FOMO.
Yes. You
have fear of missing out. I have fear of running out as a crafter.
You know what? I totally get that.
Most things.
Now that you say that, FORO, I have got FORO for crafting and also FORO for certain items of makeup.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, the lipstick, I'm lost without it. Like,
Actually, to be fair, when it comes to, I'm not a massive clothes horse, but when it comes to the clothes that I wear, say, on the shows, it's like I have 4 of this shirt.
Yeah.
I have 5 of this T-shirt. My check shirt I wear for demos, I've got 6 of them. And people think I'm wearing the same one all the time. So all I'm going to do now is just put this on top with another sheet of acetate. And what that does is it creates you a faux, look at that sparkle, shaker panel.
That's fab.
So I can put whatever I want on top of that. I don't have to actually. So if we go to camera 1, it says me directing. Honestly, I'm getting great. But can you see there? It's like a snow scene, and I turn it over, look. Because it's thick acetate, watch what happens.
It's like magic.
So this is a faux shaker card. So I'm going to do the smaller one as well for the element, and then I will show you how we'll use it in a card.
Yeah.
But this is the fabulous thing about this is normally what happens is it's such a struggle to get things in the right place.
Yeah.
So don't try. If something's difficult,
exactly.
Find an easier way of doing it. So again, even that smaller one there, you can see
how it's just
that's using the waist piece. And again, I turn that over.
Could you do would you ever do a double?
I do a double. I do a double quite a few times.
You could then do different colour glitters.
I use it with my All Seasons, 4 Seasons die, which has 3 layers in it. I put a different faux shaker between each layer. So you've got 3 different layers of shaker in there with different colours in there. It's a bit like a sand painting, but I'm going to show you that in a second.
And I suppose having the thicker acetate, which by the way we do have on the show, if you want the details, bottom of the screen, $9.99 for the A5, 20 sheets of that one. I think that makes such a difference because it's so much easier to work with it. But also if you are doing triple layers, then of course it means that you can do different layers and that will protect it really well between those layers. We are half the stock gone for the acetate. Details on the screen. $9.99 is your price. 000447 is your item number. Now, the main kit, the shaker card kit, 60% of the stock has gone now here. Wow. Now, there is something that even if you are somebody who thinks, well, you know, glitter is great, but I'm a little bit, you know, like I don't like the super rough texture of glitter. Well, this is not that. This is super fine glitter. But if you're thinking glitter, well, I want glitter that I can use all year round. This one definitely you can, because you have got silvers in there. You have got the iridescent white. You have got that. I love that red because it's not a Christmas red per se. Of course, it will work beautiful.
It's not in your face
it's
red,
not,
is it?
Yeah,
no.
It's more of a corally red because
it's what you'd call if you had a lipstick. It would be that colour, you would call that red, but it would never be called red by anybody.
Exactly, absolutely, It's and I love it. And I love that colour that analogy. Now, of course, you not only are getting those glitters, which we already worked out that it should be, just 2 of them, should be about £24 because you are getting 60 ml in each of those pouches. And that means that, of course, you are getting, 6 times 5, so you are getting 300 ml of glitter, which would be way more than £19.99. But on top of that, you are getting the amazing snow, the artificial snow. It is 100 grams, but if you go and think that 100 grams is by weight, not by volume, and this is super light, which means that 100 grams is a lot of it, a lot of volume, a lot of projects. And remember, you can mix and match with the glitter to create that iridescent nature to it. I adore the way that you can create, scenes in here with a mix of the snow, and it has got that floatiness. Look at that. Look at this. I'm shaking.
If you actually pick, I know they're not the right colours, but if you pick one of the cards up that's got the stripes of the glitter on.
Yes, I mean.
Okay, that you would never think is made with individual glitter and feel it.
No.
Yeah, that's done through a stencil, and that's the same glitter, this is different colours, that's all. But look how fine a detail. You would think you bought that.
Yeah.
That's actually made. And again, I'll be showing you similar versions of how you can do
Also,
that.
there is that kind of gorgeous iridescent white in there. That the kind of AV. I would think this is an AV glitter. It has got that Northern Lights feel that when it changes the light in there. Now, £19 and 99 pence is your price. 60% of the stock has gone. If you want yours, do check out your baskets. Just halfway through the first hour, and already 60% of the stock gone. John, you have got more
so
for
what
us.
I wanted to show you is now how we're actually going to use that.
Yeah.
So we've made that first, which is beautiful. I mean, to me, I just want to stick a scene over that. I'd actually want to stamp onto that or put some of the scene dies on it. But this is the easiest way to actually put this together. So what I'm going to do is, I've cut these in my Kaleido, sorry, while you were chatting.
Right, yes.
Just to speed it up a little bit. So this is, but can you imagine trying to get acetate onto that? Yeah, but what I want to do now is this is the same die, the Baroque, cut in gold mirror card. And what I'm going to do this time is, I want to rotate it, but this is the benefit. I can actually see through. So what I need to do is get it all down to the bottom, yeah? And then I can actually see through and watch. Hopefully you can see this. I can double the pattern.
Love that.
But can you imagine getting that background in the same place as the backing for your shaker card? Whereas now, of course, I've got my shaker element.
That is just perfect. Can I ask you a question? The first, you opened the show with a light, with a card that had the lights with a sort of die. Would you put the lights within the shaker card or behind it?
Behind it. Shall I show you?
Yes, of course.
So this is one of the easiest ways to deal with lights.
Yes.
Is to do them in the box.
All right. Yes, of course.
Because it hides it a lot, but. This is the way I would do. Never put your lights in the shaker card, because sometimes you may want to change them. Just check that they actually work, because I bought these from the River place and sometimes they don't, to be quite honest. This is how I put lights in. So I use foam tape.
Right.
I know a lot of people use hot glue, but I find hot glue, I burn myself.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and certainly when I'm trying to stick lights onto it. And they are... You know, the wires are plastic-coated metal, so the heat can go through and you can stick them all on and then find they don't actually work. Oops, can't leave a piece in. So all I do is then reveal all of the foam tape.
Okay. Okay, and then that will give you enough depth for the lights. By
putting down the battery pack first, yeah?
Good
and then literally... I'm just going to zigzag the lights through. So if I find that a light doesn't get seen, I just keep moving. See how much easier it is on foam tape?
It is, yeah.
So that's not going to. So let's go to that point. There we go. Ooh, if I pull that back a bit, that will go bang in the middle. Just like that.
That's fabulous.
Okay. And we've got, there we go, let's leave that one there. So they're now all stuck down.
That's, oh, look, shall we?
Okay.
Lights up or down, John?
Lights down, then we can have a look, because I'm going to turn it over anyway in a sec.
Right.
Okay, so now, actually, I can see there, look.
Yeah.
I've got nothing in that square or that square, so let's just move it. And then the back... I've actually done, can you see here?
Yeah.
This is the glitter poured over glossy accents.
Oh, they look like a star.
So I'm going to show you how to make that next, but that then seals that in. And then, of course, using the square dies that we've got on the show. And I've got a new tip to show you how to do these that I stole from my friend Sheila.
Oh, well, we need to see that.
But basically, we'll just pop that on there.
Oh, I love that.
And then, of course, I have a card blank for it to go onto.
Yeah.
So,
and you know, John, how much of a big fan I am of your nesting.
Well, you actually said to me the other day when you were doing your memory box show, you said, oh, your nesting dies. Said they're all so fine and you've got so many and they're right measurements.
They're my go-to. I mean, I kept all my, I always say, circle dies, never get rid of them because you always have got the sizes. But my go-to is yours, yeah.
Yeah.
My go-to is
and I know you said that to me off air.
Yeah, I did.
Which is all, no, but that's always, that's the sign, isn't it? I'll show you then now, look. And we might want to take the lights down again,
yes,
sorry,
we
Uncle
might
Marcus.
want it. Can I say how much I adore that colour combo? Gold and
black and gold, yeah.
Yes.
Wait for the end of the month.
Oh.
I've got a lot done in black and gold. It really works. But again, you can see there that glitter trapped between.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's magical. That just looks so beautiful.
But that's the, and this is not TV. Genuinely, this is not TV.
Well, this is magic of crafting. This is the magic of iridescent glitter, the magic of the dyes, and of course the light coming through it.
But it just works so well. And of course it's that sort of card. Again, it's a Harrods card.
Yeah.
As my friend always says.
Yeah, it is. It is that. Do you know what? It's also.
And that is a tourist attraction, so we're allowed to say it because I checked.
Well, or otherwise, or you Liberties or Fortnum & Masons. We mentioned 3 anyway. That way it's all kind of mentioned. And now, of course,
3 of my favourite shops. Thank you.
Well, indeed, we have got good taste, similar taste. Now, of course, now. Soon they will have, instead of approved by the Majesty of the King of Crafting, which is John Lowood. Now, of course, these ones are, of course, the amazing Baroque dies and framework sentiments. Now, of course, we have them here. Now, of course, that is the one that John was using for the pattern, £25.98. But you are getting also the actual piece, Hope and Love and Joy. Now, they are both available individually, but you have got these £3 saving when you go for the pair. 118676 is your item number. You have found the nesting dies. They are back in stock. Now, I will say this because it's what I said to John off air the other day. I have worked with other manufacturers, with lots of manufacturers, in fact, of dies, and I have got lots of squares, circles, and the things like that. When John said, "Oh, you know, I have got this extra. Do you want to try them?" I was like, "Yes." And now my circles and my hexagons, my squares, the nesting ones that I go to is these ones. Why? Why are crafted? Because first of all, they are mathematically correct. Am I right, John?
You're right, yep. They start at 1/4 of an inch and go all the way to 8 1/4 inch. And every single increment is in there. So you've got 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch, 3/4 of an inch, an inch 1/4, and so on, all the way through to the 8 1/4 inch. So you've got the perfect mats and layers, but you know that if you know, these were the first time any manufacturer had done mathematically correct ones. And I worked really hard, but basically, yeah, you've got 32 dies, which normally is spread between 2 or 3 different sets of sort of A's and B's of square
usually,
dies.
like I never, like John is absolutely, I haven't seen anything like this in terms of sizes. I remember the closest we had, I remember at one time, or I still have, it was every 1/2 an inch or every, you know, so it was the gap between them, or it was super big.
Yeah.
So you didn't have the in-between sizes that you get with this. This is why it's my go-to. Or you had the smaller sizes and then you didn't have the larger sizes, or you had the larger sizes. This is one set that you have got all the sizes. That means that you won't get also, what I hate also sometimes is that you have got too much of the embossed line. This you get the finest if you wanted to add it, but it's a phenomenal set. It's my go-to. Like if you saw me using the other day with memory box, I use the circles all the time. That's the only set that I've brought in that it wasn't what I was using in the show. 347784 is your item number. You have saving £3, £21.99. Excuse me if I go when I get very passionate about product, I get very excited.
You're a crafter, so you do.
I do.
We do. This is the problem. It's people think it's not put on for the telly. This is how we actually are.
This is who I am.
This is what we spend time chatting about before the show and afterwards.
Exactly, absolutely. And of course, if you want the hexagons, again, one of my recommendations as well, because this one comes with the stitch dot and you are getting 18. Of course, this one is a little bit more gap between them because you have got that inner and outer stitch detail. £21.99, £3 saving, 4212, and 2924 is your item number. Now, very busy across the board, and of course, if you want to go for the happy hour, which is the stamp set, well, very busy, is this now limited stock, which means that although the price should stay for the hour, the stock won't. So make sure that you check out those baskets. Remember, you are getting both of them for just £9.99, saving £10, which makes them better than half price. Right, John, you have got 7 minutes left for this hour,
okay,
so take
what
it
I'm
away.
going to do is I'll show you some of the techniques we did on that card. Then in the next hour, I'll be showing you the different techniques I've got with the glitters. This is absolutely lovely, and I've got to thank Charmaine for this, but look, basically, glossy accents, this is on acetate, don't fail to dome, do they?
No.
This
No,
is
they
on
don't.
gloss card, which is what I did it on, and you'll find on gloss card they will actually be a little bit higher, but this allows you to make your own encapsulated gems.
Yeah.
And that's how I made the background, which you're not really seeing a lot, but look.
Look at that.
So this is the gold, but I'm hoping, can you see,
Oh,
all
we
the
can
different
capture,
colours. I
yeah.
don't have a gold like this. I've got 2 different shades of gold in this.
Yes.
But I haven't got one like this, but look.
Look at that, yeah.
Now, once that's dry,
You can clean it
you
up with
brush off,
Yeah,
and
you
there's
brush it up.
only gold in it. The rest of it is just, but you will actually get perfect gems. On the acetate, you can now
Flick them off.
peel those off. Once they're dry,
Perfect. Yeah.
give them a dust. You'll be able to peel those off, and use them as gems to stick on with your tools. So let's just pop those to one side, and then.
Of course, if you want that glitter, that gold glitter is part of the shaker card, but you need to be quick because over 60% of the stock has gone. So grab yours, check out your baskets. Back to you, John.
Right, so this is going to show you my new, I'd love to say my new tip.
Yeah.
But it's not. It was a lovely lady that I know very well, been coming to my workshop, Sheila.
Okay, yeah,
And she messaged me the other day and said she'd come up with this, and had I heard of it before or anything else?
That,
So, when we made the square frame on this, can you see how even it is?
Yes.
People always ask, how do you do that? And I used to have lots of different techniques of cutting one first, then cutting the next one. And Sheila worked out, because these are mathematically correct,
Yes.
what you do is take the 2 you want for your first layer.
Yeah.
Okay. And then take the next 2. So you want the next largest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the next smallest. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
But this is her quick way to do it. So I'm going to take the next smallest and the next largest. Then I'm going to bring in one of the Press to Impress grid line sheets. Now, I know Sheila did this with the plastic one and a magnet.
Yes.
And put it down. I actually found, for me, it was easier doing it this way.
Yeah.
So what I do is take the square and use the lines on here, because this has 2 benefits. So I can see red line on
Red
all
line,
4.
yeah.
Can you
You
see
can see it perfectly,
there? So that is even,
That's
Okay.
so satisfying.
Then I take the next one, and there's red line, red line, red line, no, red line, red line.
Yeah.
So I go there, and I tape that on.
Yeah.
Okay. But then for the black I want to go behind it this time,
All right.
I take the 2 dies, and normally I'd have to measure that one against this. No, because I do the same again.
Because if they are centered,
Because
they
if
will
they
be
are
centered.
centered, they will work. So that goes to there, and that's in the middle.
Yeah.
I centre this one to it.
Wow.
So again, look to the lines. And this time it's the dotted lines are even. But when you look at it, you've got then 1, 1, 2.5, 1, 2.5, 1, 2.5, 1, 2.5.
Perfect.
Exactly even. So all I then do is run those through. Now, I haven't actually plugged my larger machine in.
Okay, right.
But if you can go through something a
I
second,
will
just
give the
quickly while
details
I swap
of the
over.
squares, because remember that top tip is, of course, will be available. You know, you can do it with circles, with hexagons, and so much more. But of course, the squares, that would be amazing. You couldn't do that with a guillotine because you cannot cut into it with a guillotine. And even if you were thinking, well, maybe with a trimmer, that wouldn't give you the amazing apertures that, of course, dies will give you, that indentation, that perfect result. £21.99 gives you 32 dies, which are finally back in stock, because, of course, it's one of those favorites. It's one of those items that I always call it. It's not a sexy product in the terms that is beautifully designed, beautiful flowers or snowflakes, but it is one of those really useful dies that you're going to use time and time again. As I say, I never give away circles, squares, or hexagons, or ovals, because those ones are the go-to dies to create those layers. And now that top tip is amazing. And now half the stock has gone. It's a back stock. We have waited for a long time to have them back in stock. So if you want yours, you know what to do. Check out your baskets. 347784 is your item number. Right, now,
so
John.
I've run through the gold.
Right.
But can you imagine there is actually an extra benefit of doing this and doing it this way? Can you, as a crafter, can you think what it could be? I'm using satin card.
Well.
What happens is, can you see this bit on my thing?
Right.
Where the plate has marked my satin card.
Right.
Because my plates are 2.5 years old. But of course, because of the actual paper covering, no mark at all.
Wow.
Yeah,
Look at
I
that.
know these come in pads of 50. I think they'll be back in stock soon.
You know what?
If they're out of
that's
stock.
the
But
top
look
tip.
at the black.
Yeah. Look at
Now,
that.
Norm, look at that. Not a mark, but... So I cut these two separately. Yeah, but watch now.
Okay, this should be a YouTube clip that is forever.
It should be a video, shouldn't it? So I have to say thank you to Sheila Tootin for that. But see there, look, if I get it right,
No.
that is the perfect. And of course, I could do that with a third and a fourth and a fifth. But
Amazing.
that's how to get a frame. So thank you, Sheila, for that. It's not my technique.
Sheila.
But the other thing is, remember,
You're a hero.
if you keep these, you can do it again. So you could actually laminate these
and then use
have them
them.
as guides
You
in
don't throw them
future.
away. Yeah, absolutely.
Don't throw them away.
Well, no, thank you so much, John. But don't you worry. This is a double hour. Do check out your baskets. We will have a quick break. So do what we would do if we were at home. Go and get yourself a cup of tea or coffee, a biscuit, and come back here at the top of the hour, because we have got another extra hour of John and lockers. And of course, there's all inspirations after the break. So do check out your baskets as well. Don't forget about that.